civilization. This civilization was forgotten and lost in the rainforests of Mexico. This civilization is now Mexico, or if you like to say, Central America. There are two main people which made this: Pakal, the great king, and Khan Balam. These both are connected because Khan Balam is Pakal's son. Pakal was crowned king by his mother when he was 12 years old, and Khan Balam was crowned king when he was 48. Such a big difference. It had many cities, and they used to fight a lot, and then they became friends again. So this was kind of weird. And also, the population in Maya was growing a lot, so they also had started getting many problems. For example, sickness. And then we had a question. Pakal made a city, and that city was called Palenque. And we had a question because we found out that Pakal wasn't so great. And our question was, if Pakal wasn't that powerful, how did he build a city? And our answer was, and then we found out that he could build the city because of his mother. I'm going to talk about central government. The war caused a lot of disasters. Some Mayans had to deal with deadly consequences. There was a disaster, there was wars, so if you wanted to sacrifice, they had to give their blood or they had to face consequences. Pakal made a lot of pyramids and palaces. People thought that Mayans didn't trust their rulers in time of sickness. People thought that Mayans didn't trust their rulers in time of sickness. When they were ill, they didn't trust their lords or kings because they were like very sick and they couldn't speak, or they had a very bad feeling in there because they were sick. They had fever, some kind of illness. That's right.
So why didn't they trust?
Ma'am, they didn't trust their rulers because they thought that because they, in their opinion, the rulers were gods, and then they thought that why aren't our rulers helping us? We can't trust them anymore. We think they're gods, and this is one of the reasons the city fell. That is what people thought. That wasn't the real reason why the city fell. This is what the archaeologists thought, and then the writing made a completely new picture in their mind. So that's just what the beheading ritual. The queen carried this bowl which expresses the life of the queens and the kings and the royal people. And in that bowl she kept strips of blood. Whenever they used to give blood, she used to put them in strips, and then she used to hold them, and whenever sacrificing their blood, she used to take it from them. This is just one of the pictures. For sacrificing,
When you people will be presenting, you should follow the same rules that you want them to be better speakers, speak softly, slowly. You should do the same thing. Is that clear?
for sacrificing, the queen used to hold this bowl which has pictures of royals, kings, and queens. One of his buildings was his masterpiece, and in that building there were a lot of tunnels, doorways, and there were a lot of galleries which expressed his life. So in the galleries there were pictures of him and all that, and then pyramid El Castillo. It was a pyramid. It was named the building.
It was like a pyramid.
No, it wasn't like a pyramid. It was like a whole big building. It had a big.
Is it that one? This one?
No, this one is a pyramid with a temple on top of it. Thank you.